Hello, hello. Welcome everyone to BLISS STATE. I'm really excited for practice today because I need it more than ever. This is why I created BLISS STATE to begin with, because I need it. I want to access bliss, right? I want to connect with bliss. And so, we're going to take the next 15-ish minutes together to drop into our bodies, to feel whatever is alive and wanting to be felt, to move that energy through us, to liberate that energy through us, to honor that energy within us. And from that space, open up and surrender into the bliss that is our natural state of being. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for practicing with me. So wherever you are, just find a comfortable position. You can be sitting, standing, lying down, walking. You can be moving in this. And I highly encourage you to. I'm just sitting right now, but you can start standing or you could be walking outside. This goes with you anywhere. That is the beauty of this practice, because we are regulating our nervous systems together using the 4 Tantric principles of energy alchemy, which are breath, sound, movement, and touch. So beginning with awareness of this check-in, of noticing what's alive in you in this moment. Noticing physically, how are you feeling from the tips of your toes, through your calves, your knees, your thighs, your pelvis, your genitals, your belly, your ribs, your heart, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your neck, your head, your jaw, your ears, the tips of your hair. And I've intuitively started rolling out my wrists. So there's some part of your body as you check in with it that wants to move, right? Maybe it's rolling your neck. Maybe it's massaging your legs. But what part of your body is calling to you right now? And just listening to that and letting yourself move in that. Knowing there's no right or wrong for this practice, I'm going to share lots of ways that you can be with it, but the main intention of this practice is for you to listen to you. Yes. For you to listen to you. To create safety in your movement, in your beingness, in your body, to create trust of your intuition, of your heart, of your mind, and to create fluidity and unity of all of it, to experience the interconnection of being. So deepening your breath here, maybe letting out some sighs, some sounds. Changing position at any point. Ooh. Holding something. I love when I start yawning, because that means I'm regulating. Right, so ways you can know that you're beginning to tap into more regulation. It's different for everyone, but it can be yawning, it can be burping, it can be a watering of the eyes. You can feel like this overall sense of ease where there's less urgency. Right? So I'll invite us to do together is actually to place your hands behind your head and place your thumbs in that little nook at the base of your spine and your neck where they connect. And holding your arms out. This is one of my favorite regulating practices. And we're going to look to the right side with our eyes, the upper right corner. And keep your head facing forward as you do this, and just continue to breathe. So a lot of times when we're staring at screens all day, we're super focused. It stresses our eyes, and it actually puts us into a sympathetic state, right? This is that fight and flight. And so when we begin to adjust our eye focus, it tells our nervous system that it's okay, that you're safe, that you can relax. And also this point on the back of the head. So moving your head to the center again if it's shifted. And noticing what shifts here, right? So we didn't fully check in with all of the bodies. But if you tune in now to your emotional body, can you begin to sense what's alive there? In this moment right now. Today I started off feeling sad and frustrated. And then I was reminded of the beauty of humor to alchemize, of play to alchemize. And so now I've returned back into this state of ease, of softness. I feel heard. I feel supported. And that's one of the beautiful things of regulation, is emotional fluidity. So now move your eyes to the left side. It's not getting stuck in an emotion. It's recognizing an emotion. It's feeling the emotion somatically. So doing a practice to honor it and move that energy. It's asking with curiosity, right? What is this emotion telling me? It's data, right? That sadness and that frustration was telling me what's not working right now and where things need to change. Right, bring your head center again with your eyes to the left. Softening your shoulders. And so what's alive now? And maybe you are feeling a denser emotion. And can you just say hi? Right? We don't focus on bliss, saying we need to be in bliss all the time. But we focus on bliss so we practice being here, so we know how to get back here. So this can be our baseline, our home. So when the other emotions come through, we feel them, we honor them, and then we come back. We don't get stuck. We don't get stuck. That is the power. Bring your hands down. Whew. Maybe shifting your legs again. Ooh, and noticing how that felt. As you check in with your mental body, right? Where's your mind at right now? Is it stuck? Is it on something I said? Is it wandering, not even hearing what I said? Is it just present with yourself so you're not hearing me, right? That's also great. If you're just feeling and breathing, right? Making a sound. Maybe coming to stillness like I am now. Just to notice the reflection, the observation of that movement, of that practice. As we check in with our spiritual body, right? What is our sense of connection to all that is? To consciousness, to oneness, to the interconnectedness. What does spiritual even mean to you? Right, and this inventory is just awareness. It's just cultivating awareness, non-judgmental awareness, not needing to shift anything. It's bringing full acceptance into our experience. Right? That's the magic. It's the full acceptance of what is here now. That's what all the sages, all the masters are talking about. Can you actually be present with what is and knowing that it's perfect? So sounding, moving, and bringing this loving touch to your body now. If you haven't already, if you haven't been doing that, knowing that your hands are an extension of your heart. They're an extension of love. So with this caressing, with this feeling of your body, feeling the sensation of your fingers on your skin or on your clothing, on your body. We begin to release oxytocin. So much more than just the love hormone. This is a healing hormone. Creates the feelings of safety, of love, of trust. So maybe you find somewhere you just want to hold on your body. You just breathe with that. Where is your body calling for your love, for your attention, for your holding? And can you soften your belly 1% more, allowing it to be big like a Buddha belly? Bringing in that life force, that chi, that prana to invigorate every cell in your body, energizing you and cleansing you. I find this stillness of just holding to be so nourishing. And this softness, in this tenderness, right, of just feeling how held we are by ourselves, by others, by life. I invite you to feel this through your own touch right now, through your own self-hug. The program that is to deepen it by maybe even thinking of a time where you did feel held. where you did feel supported. To find one example and let that wash over you, collecting evidence of where it's true, because the mind tends to focus on where it's not. So focus on where it is, and you'll start to see more of that. And this is the reprogramming in action with intention. So you can stay exactly as you are as we begin to close out this practice. I'm going to bring my hands to prayer pose at heart center. You can keep them in that hug if you desire. This union within all that is, this harmony of all that is. Knowing when we prioritize our regulation, our coherence, we attune to this frequency, right? That's what raising your vibration is. It's your nervous system, which is your frequency. It's your electric transmitters, your antenna. Coming into coherence and regulation is what raises your frequency. So it makes you magnetic, puts you in the flow state, the synchronicities, the intimacy, the creativity, and the play. And the more we come to this state, the more easily we can access it. So thanking yourself for practicing today in this moment, for prioritizing yourself, for feeling whatever was kissed alive. Because maybe this practice was challenging today. Maybe you don't feel regulated still. Maybe your mind was in other places. But knowing that even if you soften just 1%, that had a massive impact. And it's just layer by layer by layer. I know it's not the answer everyone wants to hear. But it's truth, and things go exponential. And so I invite you to open your eyes, coming back to your space, noticing what's around you, to orient, to ground in. And I want to share a practice with you all that I did this morning, since now you are likely in a more regulated state. If you're feeling stressed, like I was, so I made a list of everything that was stressing me out, right? I got it out of my head onto a piece of paper. So you've probably heard this before, right? It's nothing new. But here's where the alchemy comes in. You get everything out of your head, you write it down, you let yourself fully vent. Then do this bliss state practice. Come into regulation. And when you do feel regulated, right, you'll notice that shift. Right? It's the yawning, it's the eyes, it's that sense of ease, it's a softening. And it might take you a longer time depending where you're at. But once you get into that state of more ease, come back to that list. And ask, what are the solutions here? What are the opportunities here? What are the ideas here of how I can resolve this situation? So one of them for me, as a silly example, is I'm freezing. I'm in Connecticut right now. I am back from living in Mexico after a year and a half, and I'm used to being in the heat. I'm used to wearing a bathing suit all day and sweating my butt off. So I am having a very, very hard time in the cold. That's why I'm wearing this jacket literally everywhere I go. And so I was like, right, what are the solutions here? You know, it's like, what can I do? Okay, I can get warmer clothes. That's one solution. I can, you know, I have this AC unit that I need to take out. I was like, okay, let me take this out of the wall so I can close the window so there's less cold air coming in. I can turn on the heat and the fireplace, or I can move, right? So it's like, just brain dump any and all solutions that you can come up with for whatever the problems are. And if you can't think of a solution, just have that question in your head of like, what can I do here? And just seed that in your mind, not needing to have an answer to the problem right now, but knowing as you go about your day, as you continue moving through life, having that question in the back of your mind kind of circulating and marinating, an answer will come to you. Because this is the intuitive wisdom. This is our connection to our intuition, to cosmic, right, infinite intelligence. So if you don't have the answer right away, that's okay. Just ask, what are the solutions here? And then write them all down. And no, you don't need to take action on any of them in that moment either. This is a process, right? It's just in layers once again. Because I had like a list of like 8 things that were stressing me out. And so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to choose one thing to focus on right now, like which is going to have the biggest impact on my well-being in this moment and release my stress the most. Or you can start with what's the easiest one to do, right? There's lots of ways, but just choose one. Don't force a solution, let it come to you, and breathe and regulate, and everything will be a lot easier. So that's my little tip for you today. I love you. I'm so glad you joined, even if it was just at the very end. And as always, every Monday and Wednesday, you can tune in with me on Instagram Live for a 15 to 20 minute practice. And all the replays are on YouTube. So if you're enjoying this, that way you can always visit it any time of day, any day of the week, and share it with your friends. Let's grow this, because the more that we're all regulated together, it's a much better planet. That's a planet I want to live on. So share this with your friends. And I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.